It's important for Marquette to stay in the ball game early, get out front.
Rebounding, obviously, a key for both teams and continuing to stay in the ball game as they like to slow things down and control the tempo. Tennessee, a team that is not unlike a Big Ten team, Gary Thompson, is again Don DeVoe from the Bobby Knight School of Coaching and has been highly successful.
Well, they play excellent defense. They take away the passing lanes. They support on defense very well. Physical inside on their front line, and I think you'll probably see Marquette zoning for that very reason. They're going to have to control the inside. I don't feel like Hank Raymond says you cannot match up on that inside power of Tennessee.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roberts Municipal Stadium in the River City of Evansville, Indiana, the home of winning basketball tradition and the home of the University of Evansville Purple Aces. Introducing the participants in tonight's first round game of the NCAA Mid-East Regional. Introducing the team to be designated as the visiting team. One of America's major independents with a record of 19-9 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Warriors of Marquette University. And introducing the team to be designated as the home team from the Southeastern Conference with a record of 19-11 from Knoxville, Tennessee, the Volunteers of the University of Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. For Marquette at forward, for Tennessee at forward, 6'7" and a senior from Marietta, Georgia, number 14, Dale Ellis. For Marquette at forward, 6'6" and a sophomore from Long Island City, New York, number 22, Dwayne Johnson. For Tennessee at forward, 6'7" and a junior from Millen, Georgia, number 40, Willie Burton. For Marquette at center, 6'7" and a senior from Antigo, Wisconsin, number 33, Terrell Schlunt. For the Volunteers at center, 6'10" and a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 33, Dan Federman. For Marquette at a guard, 6 foot and a sophomore from Jersey City, New Jersey, number 20, Mandy Johnson. For the Volunteers at guard, 6'2" and a junior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 21, Michael Brooks. And at Marquette, at guard, 6'4" and a junior from Maywood, Illinois, number 31, Glenn Doc Rivers. And for the Volunteers at guard, 5'11" and a junior from Niagara Falls, New York, number 10, Tyrone Beeman. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the coach of the Marquette Warriors, Hank Raymond. And the coach of the Volunteers is Mr. Don DeVoe. Your officials for tonight's game: John DeBrow from the Big 8, Bob Garibaldi from the WCAC, and Peter Pavia from the East.
We'll be back with a tip-off of tonight's game after these messages. Tennessee operating on offense from left to right to start the ball game. Marquette controls the tap. Dwayne Johnson brings it down. Rivers sets up the offense, and the ball nearly swiped away by Burton of Tennessee, knocking it away from Schlunt. So it'll be Marquette basketball. Terrell Schlunt on the trigger from the left sidelines. Marquette Warriors setting up on offense. Their 17th postseason appearance in consecutive seasons. Now a foul. First foul of the game being whistled on Dan Federman. Blocking foul. First on Federman. First on the team. It'll be Marquette basketball. Both teams, as we mentioned at the top of the show, have relied on pattern type of offenses when they've been successful. Marquette is a team that likes to play on the lead. In 14 games where they've led at halftime, they are 14-0. Mandy Johnson running the team at the point. Tennessee in a zone, it appears, Gary.
Well, I think on the ball coming out of bounds after the foul, they played the zone one time.
This is Mandy Johnson. There's Rivers.
They're setting, looks like a 2-on-2 zone, Ellis in the middle.
Murata, the loose man on the baseline. Murata gets it back for two. So the Warriors break out on top.
Murata, the junior forward, strong inside player. Does not have the quickness that maybe the Tennessee forwards, but he's a physical kid inside.
Tennessee moves it across against full court pressure. Tyrone Beeman operating the team from the point. This is Brooks. He's the shooting guard. They like to go inside Ellis if they can. Ellis posting up down low for the most part.
And Marquette in the 2-3 zone.
We expected a zone. Marquette not really wanting to take on that front line man-to-man. There's the feed inside of Fetterman, and it hangs through. Good feed from Burton. On the right baseline to Fetterman inside. So we're tied. Opening 2 minutes of play. First half. The Mid-East Regional. Sellout crowd on hand here. This is Rivers on the drive. Ellis had the rebound. Rivers keeps it alive. Rivers gets it back for 2.
Great effort by Rivers. On the first shot, I think he felt the pressure inside of the Tennessee big guys. Their jumping ability. Put it up real quick over the top, but stayed with it. Finally got 2 down.
And again on the made basket, the full court press by Marquette, but Ellis able to move it across. This is Brooks. Burton in the corner, number 40. They work it back out top. Tennessee with a record of 19-11, 9-9 in the SEC. Finished 4th in the tough SEC conference. Played well in the postseason tournament. Really came around.
2 young ball clubs, Wayne. 1 senior, and I think it is on each club.
Brooks operating the team from the point now as he sets up. This is Beeman. Marquette really packing in that zone. Ellis will go over the top for 2.
Well, he shoots 60% from the field. Has a chance of breaking the school record, career shooting record. Reggie Johnson holds it at 58%. That's from 1 season.
Marquette Warriors. Rivers dishing off. Schlunt from the corner.
Beautiful pass by Rivers. You can see why he leads the club in assists. He went up. When he went up with a jump, that freezes the defense.
Rivers nearly took it away. Great effort again by Rivers on the defensive end. Tennessee tentative, Gary, in attacking that full court pressure.
Well, Marquette is really coming out aggressive. If they said Rivers has been up and down, I'd say he's in an up-tempo game right now. He's really hustling an all-out effort by Doc Rivers.
This is Brooks, number 21 for Tennessee. Beeman on the wing. That's Burton in the corner. There's Dale Ellis, number 14.
Well, Ellis, I'm watching, is so smooth. Doesn't hurry anything. He just moves. They're so fluid.
Makes it look so easy. Volunteers down by field goal. Burton will not take that outside shot.
Right. That's what they want to do for Ellis, is they get the pick there and come over the top.
Fetterman inside. Schlunt with good position on the rebound, and the Warriors come back the other way.
Schlunt only 6'7", playing inside on that zone. This played his first 3 years at Marquette at forward spot.
The back door for Dwayne Johnson, and apparently it will belong to Tennessee. Get another look at it, Gary.
Oh, you see the scramble. He went back door, the ball going out. Ooh, and it did. I don't think it went out of bounds.
This is Beeman. Tyrone Beeman, 5'11" junior, Niagara Falls, New York.
That ball was definitely hit by Marquette, but I do not think it made it all the way out of bounds.
Beeman from the perimeter. First field goal for Beeman. He has 2 points.
Only averages 8.6 a game, but a 50% shooter, and that's going to be a plus if he hits the outside shot against the zone.
Morano with the rebound bucket.
Boy, the Warriors are really storming the offensive boards.
Again, that light full court pressure. Tennessee taking their time and getting it across. This is Beeman, double team. Brooks will break across. Brooks double teamed, and a foul is called. Mandy Johnson guilty of the foul as Don DeVoe looks on from the Tennessee bench.
Watch the action here. Murata, great inside position. Somebody turned him loose right there. Just stuffs it right back in. Good follow shot. And poor rebounding or blocking out position by Tennessee. Murata with 2 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the field.
Team fouls even at 1 apiece now. Tennessee on offense. Volunteers trailing by 2. Burton in the corner. Beeman with a little penetration on Brooks on the wing.
That's one thing against the zone you need to do. Penetrate a little bit. You're not going to go all the way, but make the defense move.
Murata the rebound and the miss by Beeman. Mandy Johnson on the drive. Tripped up in the lane. A foul is called. I believe it's Fetterman who might have tripped him up. Personal foul being indicated on apparently Beeman. Beeman and Fetterman kind of cut him off at the pass at the foul line. So on Beeman, personal foul number 1. That's the second team foul on Tennessee. Warriors from the baseline. Mandy Johnson out front.
Here again, we see Tennessee as they play it from the out of bounds underneath the basket, go into the zone, as so many teams do nowadays.
And the Warriors will try to make him come out of it. Hank Raymond's up off the bench on the far side. Marquette Warriors spread out the offense. That's Murata, the middleman. Glenn Rivers off the pick. Tennessee Volunteers on the strength of Dale Ellis. Come back the other way. Here's Brooks. Beeman on a beautiful feed to Burton. Rejected on the play by Murata. Warriors in transition. Mandy Johnson trying to haul it in, and he does. So Marquette now will revert to the setup offense.
Well, they like to set it up, Wayne, but they can run, and they have run in the past. They have been a good transition team.
Murata again on the miss by Schlunt. Murata is there for 2. Tennessee again sees that full court pressure. Ellis this time able to break it across to Fetterman. We're almost 7 minutes into this first half of play. Tennessee trailing by 4. That's Brooks with a good move around Mandy Johnson. The tap inside for Fetterman and a foul. Score the field goal, and Fetterman will head to the line. Foul coming up on Terrell Schlunt. We'll get another look at it.
You see right here the ball come up. Fetterman comes in. He's 6'10", got the size advantage here. Keeps it alive one time. Gets it back to himself. Takes it up. Gets the roll for 2. And now be back to the line. A chance for a 3-point opportunity.
Marquette still with a 2-point lead. Glenn Rivers slows it down and sets it up. Now the acceleration around Brooks. And he throws it away to Burton. Tennessee back the other way in transition. This is Michael Brooks. Ellis on the drive, and a foul being indicated. Foul coming up on Dwayne Johnson. Personal foul number 1 on Johnson. That's the 3rd on the team. We've got a break in the action. Timeout on the court with the score. Marquette 10, Tennessee 8. Thompson, we're in Evansville, Indiana at the NCAA Mid-East Regional Robert Stadium, and the Volunteers are well represented. Got a good one going. Marquette leading by the score of 10-8, and as you've been mentioning, the Warriors have been more aggressive.
Well, they have, particularly on the offensive board. I can think of 3 baskets they've got on offensive follows. Murata doing an excellent job. He's got 2 of them, and Doc Rivers early in the ball game, he got 1. So Tennessee is going to have to do a better job of blocking off inside, take advantage of that strength and jumping ability on the defensive boards.
Marquette, hardened tournament team. 17 appearance for the Warriors.
Here's the difference in early going. Tennessee 4 of 7, shooting 57%, but Marquette getting 11 shots on those offensive follows. They've got down 5 for 45+%.
You're watching the Volunteers on the attack. Tennessee a late bloomer, as were the Marquette Warriors for the most part. They played some good basketball in the mid-portion of the season, struggled a little bit later on in the year, but felt that with their victory over Southwest Louisiana that they had really put things together. And now Tennessee working the basketball. That's Beeman, the point guard. Ellis inside, and that's where he's most dangerous. Ellis has 4. So we've got a tie ball game with 12:40 left to be played. First half. That's Murata, the high post. Brooks, the rebound. It's Tennessee basketball back the other way. Volunteers can take the lead right here.
I think Hank Raymond's rather seen Murata get that ball down inside around the paint, the post area.
Burton in the corner. Tennessee Volunteers. A beautiful feed from Beeman to Fetterman. Nice roll. He has 6 points.
He started the first 9 ball games for Tennessee, then was sat out for 8. Regained his starting spot the last 13 games, has been playing real well.
Mandy Johnson. That's Murata. Schlunt in the corner. The feed to Rivers in traffic. Tennessee Volunteers on the rebound by Michael Brooks. Come back the other way. Marquette in that 2-3 zone. Burton from the foul line. Murata the rebound. Here come the Warriors.
Good job of checking off that time. Dwayne Johnson checking off Ellis. Let Murata come in and free up to get the rebound.
That's Murata now in the corner. Schlunt from the top of the key. Has a nice touch from the outside. Tennessee again sees full court pressure from the Marquette backcourt. Burton, the man who breaks it across off the pass. This is Michael Brooks. Tyrone Beeman and Brooks, the backcourt. Beeman, the penetration, trying to feed Brooks, and the ball taken away by the Warriors. Rivers ahead of the finish.
Beautiful pass by Dwayne Johnson that time. Off the dribble, one-handed, hit him right in stride.
Marquette with 4 unanswered points, and the Warriors recapture the lead. Here's Brooks for Tennessee. That's Beeman. Tennessee Volunteers won 2 out of their 3 games in the SEC tournament. Lost to eventual champion Georgia. Played well enough to merit a chance. Mandy Johnson the steal. Rivers on the drive trying to feed Johnson. Beeman broke it up, and Johnson touched it last.
Good passer, Rivers, but did not have the play that time. Defensive man right in front of Mandy Johnson. Probably should have bared out and looked for the trailer coming back. And there's a case in point where if the trailer wasn't talking to him, Rivers may not have known that he was there. You need to talk if you're trailing on that fast break.
So Tennessee off the turnover, a chance to tie. We're coming up on the halfway point, first half. Beeman running the ball club. Number 10. That's Brooks on the wing. Back to Beeman.
Now we've got the box and one. We've talked about multiple defense. You see Mandy Johnson chasing on Brooks. Another steal.
Mandy Johnson on the drive. Burton had the rebound off his foot and out of play. It'll belong to Marquette.
I don't think the smartest play that time by Mandy Johnson. Should have set it up.
There's a timeout on the court with the score. Marquette 14, Tennessee 12. Half a play, Marquette hanging on to a 2-point lead.
Look at one of those fast breaks that Marquette had moments ago. There we got him up, Beeman up in the air, gets the ball deflected, stolen away. Think it's the play. Watch Dwayne Johnson off the dribble, one-hand pass. Doc Rivers a little bit behind him, takes it. Great leaping ability Rivers has. Look at him, Sky, stuff it down for 2 as Marquette has come back to get a 2-point lead.
I'd say guys like Rivers live for moments like that. Marquette will trigger from the baseline underneath their own basket. And the Warriors resume offensively with a 2-point lead at the moment. Tennessee zoning on the out-of-bounds play as always. Dwayne Johnson in traffic. Schlunt from the corner. Fetterman trying to keep it alive, but for the wrong side. Johnson had a shot at it. Dwayne Johnson inside, but DJ was fouled. Give another look at this sequence.
And you'll see Murata in the play again as the shot goes up. Watch Murata. He's going to keep this ball alive. He's inside. There's a push. He comes back in, keeps the ball alive. And now we got Dwayne Johnson coming into the play. He puts it up, gets fouled by Ellis, goes to the line for 2. So credit Murata again for being in there on the board strong.
Ellis, his first personal foul. Team fouls are even at 3 as Johnson misses at the line. Dwayne Johnson shooting at 69% from the free throw line coming into tonight's action. And the Warriors move on top by 3. The inbounds nearly taken away by Mandy Johnson. I tell you, Johnson, Rivers, Mandy Johnson, Dwayne Johnson, and Rivers are so quick out there. Again, the full court pressure. Beeman double team, gets it away to Brooks, and now they play ahead to Fetterman. Full court pressure has given Tennessee a little bit of trouble here tonight, Gary.
It has, and right there with Fetterman in that position, you're not going to attack on this end. So they're Tennessee content to set up and go against the zone. You notice the multiple defense now. We had the box and one for 1 or 2 times down the court. Now they're back in the straight zone.
Here's Brooks over the top of the zone. Murata, another rebound. What a game he's had in the first half, off the boards both offensively and defensively. Marquette Warriors with a 3-point lead. DJ in the corner. That's Mandy Johnson on the wing. Good penetration.
Oh, got the roll.
Shooter's touch, as we used to say in the schoolyard. So the Warriors enjoying their largest lead of the evening at 5 points. Ellis, the middleman, as they try to move it across. Volunteers on offense. Tyrone Beeman.
But Ellis trying to work that baseline.
But they've really watched him closely tonight, Gary. So far, he hasn't been a big factor.
No, and Burton, you see, when he goes to the corner, Marquette is not going to follow out at all. They'll just drop off him. He's not going to shoot the ball from outside.
Ellis really hasn't forced anything. He's not taking his team out of their offensive sequence. If he doesn't have the shot, he won't shoot it.
I think Mandy Johnson, excuse me, Wayne, but he'll drop off Beeman a lot, too, on there out of that zone when he comes into that area. So they're protecting. They got to spot up on Brooks.
Beeman and Brooks running the team from the backcourt. There's Burton. He's been a good assist man for Tennessee. Fetterman in the corner. But if they're going to get it inside to Ellis, they're going to have to start hitting from the outside, Gary, it appears. Burton given the outside shot for 2. So Willie Burton hits his first from the field. He has 2 points. The lead is 3 for Marquette. These are the Warriors in the dark blue uniforms with the gold trim. Mandy Johnson slipping by Beeman. Nearly tapped in on the play by Burton, and they're going to call a goaltending.
Give you a chance to see this play again. Defensive people had turned their head. You see the shot go up. Watch it come up, bounce up high off the glass, and there comes Burton. Takes it off the rim. Goaltending call. 2 points for Marquette.
He almost tapped it in at the wrong end. Volunteers on offense. Brooks at the point. Ellis is the man to want to go to in the corner. Bottom of your screen, number 14.
Marquette's been doing a good job of fighting over the screen when they reverse the ball to Ellis when he's the shooter outside. There they don't bother.
Fetterman the rebound. This time Terrell Schlunt comes up with the rebound for Marquette. So the Warriors continue to play well off the defensive board. And a chance here to move on top by 7 with a field goal.
Well, Burton's going to have to hit more than a couple field goals before they're going to move out on him. They'll play that percentage.
Foul before the shot by Mandy Johnson. Against Tennessee, Rivers was pushed hard as one of the Volunteers. Actually, Tyrone Beeman trying to fight through the pick. That's his 2nd personal foul, 4th on the team. This telecast presented by authority of the NCAA, and use of this program without written consent is prohibited. The announcers for this program have been approved and contracted by NCAA Productions.
We've seen Tennessee, when they go into that zone right now, they know that Marquette's going to wait for them. So after they get the ball and play out front, they just immediately go man for man. They don't even stay in that zone for one possession.
Ellis on the feed to Schlunt. Schlunt can't take the basketball. He just came in from out of bounds, so Ellis retrieves.
Actually, he could have gotten that basketball. He could have picked it up because it had been touched and played. And as long as he gets himself back in play.
All right, now the Warriors on the move. This is Murata with the hook. Will it count? Yes. Beautiful move inside by Murata. Sweeping hook shot.
And it's Marquette that's getting inside right here. You see Murata come in, spins away, and then a little jump hook as it goes in. Fetterman fouls him, and Murata goes to the line. 3-point opportunity.
So Marquette now with a 7-point lead, a chance for an 8-point advantage here over Tennessee. Murata completes the 3-point play. The familiar full court pressure by Marquette. Brooks in trouble, gets it away to Beeman. Beeman looking to move it up floor.
They're setting in a 1-2-1-1 zone trap. Oh, trap.
Burton traveled on the play. Willie Burton on the turnover, the 6'7" junior from Millen, Georgia. It'll belong to Marquette. Tyrone Harper reporting on for Coach Don DeVoe. That's his career record, looking for win number 100 at Tennessee.
Murata with 9 points to lead the Warriors right now, and Old Mo is right with the Warriors. They have really got it going.
Schlunt feeds Rivers in traffic. Rivers gets it back for the reverse. Brooks down low, fouled by Rivers. Maybe a foul of frustration for Glenn Rivers on the rebound. Great. 2 easy chances inside.
Excuse me, great effort by Rivers again. He's had trouble getting that ball down inside. I don't know whether he's feeling the pressure of the big guys. Look at him go up. Just did not get it high enough off the glass. Comes in, now reaches in, tries to tie him up. Rivers called for the foul.
Number 1 on Rivers. That's the 4th on Marquette. Tennessee into their offense, and Marquette in the zone. That's Harper in the corner, number 30 now. Brooks shaking loose.
Rivers gambled, didn't get it, and Brooks, who can hit it from outside, did the smart thing, went right in, shortened up the shot.
Marquette on top. Warriors into their offense. Schlunt on the shovel feed to Murata. Ellis off the steal. So Dale Ellis slows it down, and now Tennessee reloads the offense. Don DeVoe, what a coaching career he has had at Tennessee. Super job. 99 wins in 5 years. Ellis to the outside. Ellis has 5 points. Make that 6 points for Ellis. 4-point lead for Marquette. Tennessee creeping back into the game after trailing by 8. Backdoor feed to Mandy Johnson. The shovel for Schlunt, impressively done.
Great pass by Mandy Johnson that time, and Terrell filling in, getting ready to go to the boards, filled in and made the play.
Marquette the full court pressure. Mandy Johnson comes away with it.
Smart play right there. You get a steal, take advantage of possession, didn't have anything, back it out, get into your half-court offense.
Chance for an 8-point lead of the field goal right here for Marquette. The Warriors in the dark uniforms on offense. Dwayne Johnson, number 22, with the ball. They spread out that offense. Tennessee playing the man-to-man.
I think Marquette will like this. They've got the quickness, and they always go into that high post to get an outlet there. They'll look for that back cut.
Murata going back door to Rivers, knocked away. Last touch by Rivers. Brooks was right with him to knock it away, and then Rivers trying to recapture, knocked it off. Timeout on the court with the score. Marquette 24, Tennessee 18. Thompson, NCAA Mid-East Regional, Robert Stadium, Evansville, Indiana. 3:36 left to go, first half.
Here's a look at this play we had before with Mandy Johnson involved in the action. You'll see him now. He make his cut, gets the pass over the top of the defensive man, goes up, takes the jump right here, takes the defense with him, and then Terrell Schlunt coming in from the side, picks it up and jams it down. Good play by the Warriors.
Tennessee in possession. Volunteers face that full court pressure by Marquette. That's Ellis on the inbound trigger. Tyrone Beeman double team momentarily. Brooks able to break it up floor. Now he's double teamed by Rivers and Mandy Johnson. Ellis is the open man, and they set up the offense. Ellis has 8 points here. So back to within 4 are the Volunteers.
He is like silk, isn't he? You can see the 3-on-2 situation. He just took it right in, took the shot himself.
Schlunt, the man who touched it last. It'll belong to Tennessee.
Ellis has only had 4 shots in the ball game. Got them all down.
Hank Raymond's and the Marquette Warriors calling for a timeout. So they'll talk things over as Tennessee is back to within 4 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Tennessee win possession, and they look to move it across. Again, that full court pressure by Marquette. Man-to-man. Beeman takes it up. Guarded by Rivers. Terry Reason in the game, number 21 for Marquette, as the Warriors go to the zone. This is Beeman, number 10 for Tennessee. Beeman looking for something inside if he can get it. Like to free up Ellis across the lane. That's Ellis out high. 4-point lead for the Marquette Warriors.
Looks like Tennessee's made a little adjustment in their position on the zone. They're running Brooks down to the baseline side where they've been freeing up for some of those shots.
Ellis in traffic. Beeman on the wing. Beeman will take it. And hit. Utilize the carom off the glass. And back to within 2 are the Tennessee Volunteers. 2:20 left to go first half.
Good job by Beeman that time. He cut away as Ellis went into the middle, freed himself up for the open up the pass. And turnovers right now are really hurting Marquette. They're coming down and not getting shots up.
Don DeVoe talking things over with Ellis right before the inbounds pass to restart the game. Doc Rivers guilty of the turnover. Rivers came up limping a bit on that play. Volunteers a chance to tie with a field goal. This is Beeman trying to penetrate. Burton in the corner. Harper's on the other side. And they're trying to swing Ellis on the baseline. Inside Burton, the feed down low to Ellis. A beautiful feed to Ellis, who made the spin move from underneath the bucket.
Hey, Burton, who goes up. Anytime you go up in the air around that area, it freezes the defense, and they start looking to block off on the boards, and he's able to drop it down to Ellis.
We've got a tie ball game. Rivers inside on the feed from Trotter. Burton the rebound and a foul, I believe, on Rivers.
I thought Rivers might have walked prior to taking that shot up. And I know DeVoe now is up over there complaining, too, giving the travel signal.
Take a look at this play, Gary.
So you see Burton going down, dropping it inside to Ellis, and see how fast he got that ball and right to the basket. Quick off his feet.
Team fouls even at 5. Rivers with 2 personal fouls for Marquette. Tennessee Volunteers trying to take the lead just before halftime. Minute 17 to go. Beeman on the wing. Ellis being contained down low by Dwayne Johnson. Inside, Harper on the turn. Got the shooter's touch off the rim. First 2 points of the game for Harper. Tennessee on top. Less than a minute to go, first half of play.
Harper's played well the last 4 games off the bench, getting him 12 points and 13 rebounds in that time.
Beautiful fade to Dwayne Johnson inside, and we're tied. 40 seconds left to be played. First half of the NCAA Mid-East Regional.
They got a man open long.
That's the pass down low to Harper. The baseball feed from Brooks to Harper, in Tennessee back on top, and Harper has 4.
Backside defensive man got lost. Hank Raymond just got up, slammed his notebook down. He was really disappointed.
That's Murata, number 52.
I'd go for 1 shot right now if I was Marquette. Not give. And he gets it.
Mandy Johnson, is it offensive? I believe it is, although they'll score the field goal apparently. Let's wait for the official indication. We'll take another look at it ourselves.
See the call. They count the baskets. There'll be a charging foul in here. Watch Mandy Johnson go for the basket. Good defensive position set up right now by Michael Brooks. Ball goes in. Official making no doubt about the call.
16 fouls on Marquette. 2 personal fouls on Mandy Johnson. Tennessee, chance to take the lead. 2 seconds remaining. Beeman from the top of the circle. So at halftime, the end of the first half of play, the score, Tennessee 28, Marquette 28. We'll be back after these messages with the halftime program.
The rebounding department, Marquette, who was worried about rebounds, leading at 2-1, 16-8. Turnovers, Marquette committed a lot of those in the last 10 minutes, and we're back ready to play.
And, of course, Dale Ellis also got hot in the last few minutes of the first half of play. They were able to get it inside to him after being nearly shut out in most of the first half. Tennessee Volunteers on offense to start the second half of play. This is Beeman. That's Brooks in the corner. Ellis on the weave. The Warriors kept it alive. Burton finally hauls it down. John DeBro with the foul inside. A lot of contact down low. And the foul being indicated against the Marquette Warriors coming up on Mark Murata. On Murata, it is the first personal foul, first on the team. Tennessee resumes on offense. Brooks from deep. Will it count? I believe they'll score the field goal. Yes, it does. And Brooks will go to the line looking for a 3-point play.
Brooks is the young man who has the range against that zone. He's been pretty silent here in the first half. Look for him to open up and start looking for the shot.
Mandy Johnson hit with personal foul number 3, and right away it's team foul number 2 against the Warriors for a 3-point lead. Brooks at the line. Tennessee on top now, 31-28. And the Volunteers with a little full court pressure of their own. We saw so much of it from Marquette. This is Murata. Marquette played almost an entire first half of full court pressure. Glenn Doc Rivers. And Schlunt up high. Now they work to the left side and DJ. Dwayne Johnson. Marquette trailing by 3. Opening minutes of play. And this is the second half. Dwayne Johnson. The tap is in.
Is that to Rivers?
I believe it is.
It was his third basket. He's only 2 for 9 in the first half. They have to have better shooting out of Doc Rivers if they're going to win the ball game. Interesting thing, the point you made early in the ball game, Marquette when they've led at halftime, which is 14 times, they've won all 14. What happens when they're tied?
You didn't check. I think it's a split. Tennessee.
Maybe we were working down for an overtime.
The Volunteers working the basketball.
Great patience against that zone. We said they've gotten great shots.
Ellis in the corner, number 14 with the ball. Feeding inside to Willie Burton. The ball slapped away and finally stolen by Murata. Here's Mandy Johnson, the feed to Dwayne Johnson on the drive. Nicely done.
Johnson did a good job right there. He started, was going to take it to the hole, saw the defense recovering, took up slack, put it up off the board, and averted a charging foul.
Ellis, the middleman, as Tennessee tries to move it across. Now Brooks does accomplish that act. This is Beeman. Beeman and Brooks from deep. Inside the rebound, Harper. Now Burton comes off the floor with it for two. Willie Burton as Harper lost the handle. Tennessee leading by a point. Murata at the high post. That's Glenn Rivers, number 31 for Marquette.
On the point, putting more pressure on Mandy Johnson in the second half.
There's Mandy Johnson, number 20. Got it away quickly to Dwayne Johnson. Mandy Johnson off the pick by Murata. Rivers penetrating. Good ball movement by the Warriors on that sequence.
Rivers likes to penetrate, likes to get inside. Great jumping ability, carried him right to the basket.
Tennessee again cautiously attacking the full court pressure. Dale Ellis. Now Brooks sets it up. Beeman, number 10. Tennessee Volunteers trailing by a point. We're seesawing in the early going. This the second half. Game number 1 of the Evansville portion of the Mid-East Regional. That's Brooks slipping by Rivers in the corner. It won't go for Harper. Harper trying to keep it alive, and now Burton comes up with a rebound, and we've got a foul. Apparently it's on Burton.
Burton doing a great job there trying to keep the ball alive, just tipping it out. Couldn't get control of it. Watch here, good penetration. Drop off on the pass, has the wide open shot. Comes off, watch Burton now. Stay with it, cannot get control. Harper came in, got a piece of it. Burton again, now that's where he comes over the top. Burton picks up the personal foul.
First personal foul on Burton. That's the first on Tennessee in the second half. And Marquette reloads the offense. That's Murata. Schlunt up high. Line drive right on the money for Terrell Schlunt. So Marquette with a 3-point lead.
Stay right with that 2-2-1. Not pressuring quite as tough right now as the trap. Of course, Tennessee is spreading them, not coming together, giving that opportunity to double up.
Tennessee offense into the action. 2-3 zone by Marquette, it appears.
Remember, excuse me, Wayne, that first half, we talked about multiple defenses. Marquette had a 2-3 zone. They had a 2-2-1 full court pressure, a box and one.
Beeman sneaks inside. So Tennessee back to within one. We have 15:28 to go, second half of play. This is Mandy Johnson for Marquette. Murata, the backdoor feed to Schlunt, knocked away nicely. Burton, the man who got back defensively to shut it off. Burton and Ellis was right there. Burton didn't get to the play. Tennessee more aware of that backdoor as Don DeVoe looks on. Mandy Johnson at the Marquette point.
It's always, you mentioned the backdoor play, going without the basketball. That's always the thing you do. If you're getting pressure, that's one way to get it relieved, is to take those backdoor cuts.
Just about 5 minutes into the second half of play. Marquette in possession with a 1-point lead. Rivers on the feed. Mandy Johnson on the step. Johnson has 8 points here tonight.
Just a great quickness by Mandy Johnson. Let him get by the defensive man and get the layup.
Here's Brooks for Tennessee. This is Tyrone Beeman. Ellis in the corner. Ellis guarded by Murata in that zone.
Boy, for a young man who averages 23 points a game, Ellis, he's very, very patient. Doesn't force anything.
Burton is fouled on the drive. On Marquette, this will be team foul number 3, and the foul being indicated on Dwayne Johnson. Number 2 on Johnson. It'll send Burton to the line.
Good look at Hank Raymond's there in his 6th year at Marquette, and his last year, 126-49 at Marquette.
So Burton at the line gets a look at a pair. 70.4% from the free throw line, as you can see. Missed his first badly. Chance to bring his team back to within 2 if he converts right here.
Good look at Willie Burton. Started 60 consecutive games for Tennessee.
We've got a break in the action. Timeout on the court with the score. The Marquette Warriors 38. The Tennessee Volunteers 36. Left to go in the game. Marquette at the moment leading a seesaw battle here in the second half.
Mandy Johnson's been in a lot of action in this ball game so far, Wade. We're going to take another look at him as he come across, past the defensive man, sinking in the middle. There's right there. Mandy Johnson talked about his quickness, goes up tough. Beeman trying to come from behind and get the ball defensively. Does not get it, and Mandy gets an easy 2.
So the Marquette Warriors will be in possession. It appears they'll work against full court man-to-man pressure. Murata on the inbounds. Terrell Schlunt, the key man on that one. And now Johnson will move it across. Mandy Johnson and Beeman, a lot of quickness in that matchup here.
It certainly is.
Marquette leading it by 2. Second half action. This is the Mid-East Regional. We've got a full house here at Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Indiana.
Rapid basketball fans here in Indiana.
They really are. Schlunt on the feed to Johnson, but a whistle and a traveling violation. So off that Marquette turnover, Tennessee a chance to tie the score. It's not really a surprise. We expected both teams to go to the deliberate setup type of offense, try to probe and make their moves that manner rather than the fast break. But overall throughout the country, we've seen slow down offenses for the most part, Gary. Teams taking their time. Ellis on the drive.
Oh, tough shot.
Dale Ellis, that's one reason why he's an All-America. He has 12 points now.
Did I miss him? Did he finally miss a shot, or is that 6 for 6? He was 5 for 5 at half.
6.
I remember him taking a shot here in the second half.
That's the turnover story, and we're in a tie game with 13:33 left to be played.
Tennessee making it tougher right now for Marquette to run their offense.
Rivers.
That pressure.
Murata inside. Yes. Murata doesn't do anything easy, but he gets the job done. I'll tell you, he has 11 points.
They only had him. I know he had more than 3 rebounds on the official standings. I can remember 3 rebound baskets that are 2 rebound baskets and a great defensive board. I'm sure he had more than 3 rebounds in that first half.
This is Kevin Woods. Brooks works the team from the point.
Predominantly been a 2-3 zone for Marquette most of the ball game. They've changed a little bit, not for more than 1 or 2 possessions.
Tennessee Volunteers trailing by 2. Woods given plenty of room on that outside shot. Now he finds Ellis inside in heavy traffic, and the foul is called. Able to go inside Ellis, something they weren't able to do with a lot of success early in the game. But as the game has worn on, Ellis has been finding some room down there. Gary?
Good pass, and he turns right inside quick when he gets that basketball, takes it up, cannot deliver it as they hammer him, and the foul was on Terrell Schlunt.
Schlunt hit it with personal foul number 2. That is the 4th on Hank Raymond's Marquette Warriors. Only 1 team foul on Tennessee here in the second half of play. And at the line, the All-America, Dale Ellis.
Got to keep in mind, Tennessee, a very good free-throwing shooting team, too, averaging almost 74% as a team.
So Ellis, 30 points, 12 rebounds against New Orleans. The statistics go on and on. Out of 30 games, he's been in double figures. Out of 31 now, in double figures 30 times this season. Ellis missing on his first 11 of it.
You should point out, I missed this when it happened. Dale Ellis, he only needed 8 points tonight. Breaks Reggie Johnson's single-season mark of 691 points.
Ellis missing a pair at the line. Came in shooting over 75% from the free throw line. Marquette Warriors clinging to a 2-point lead. This is Glenn Rivers. Ball knocked away by Burton nicely. Burton denying the basketball from Mark Murata. Burton is a stocky player, 6'7". but he can move. He gets around his good defensive instincts and quickness, it appears.
Strong rebounder also. At one time, he had 6 straight rebounding games where he's at double figures.
This is Murata. Schlunt at the baseline in traffic. That's Rivers at the point.
Very evident, more aggressive defense this half by Tennessee. They really picked up the tempo.
The foul is on Ellis. Number 2 on Ellis. That is only the second on Tennessee in the second half. Don DeVoe doesn't like the call.
Ellis just seems to never change expression. Watch here, Mandy Johnson with a pass. Ellis breaking up to intercept it. Gets a hand on it. Knocks the Marquette player down on Johnson right there. Called for the foul.
We're at the Mid-East Regional foul being called on Tyrone Beeman. Personal foul number 3 on Beeman. Now that's the 3rd team foul on the Tennessee Volunteers.
Got both the little point guards now with 3 fouls. Mandy Johnson 3 and Tyrone Beeman with 3.
Marquette setting up offensively. That's Schlunt in the corner, guarded by Ellis right now. Schlunt trying to feed Johnson. Johnson has to save, and Schlunt able to retrieve. Mandy Johnson up high. Dwayne Johnson is the man who works down low up front for Marquette. This is Mandy Johnson. Murata, beautiful feed on the play to Johnson. It wouldn't go. Schlunt back taps the rebound, and Burton able to take it, and then Rivers grabs it away for a foul. Yes, it counts.
What a play by Rivers there as he went for the basket after the steal, switching the ball up to the left hand, taking it up off the glass.
We'll get another look at the effort by Rivers.
We see him go in. Sometimes up there. Watch Rivers sneak in now. Gets the ball right there, takes it to the left hand. As he is hit out front, had the strength to take the ball to the basket. You see him look it back in. Gets the goal. Now as we come back live, has a 3-point opportunity.
Rivers at the free throw line. Chance to put Marquette on top by 5 if he connects right here. And he does. 5-point lead for Marquette. That foul, by the way, on Tyrone Beeman was his 4th for Tennessee. Now 4 on the team. So Marquette recapturing some of the aggressiveness. It gave him a first half lead of as many as 8 points on several occasions tonight. We're in the second half of play, and the Tennessee Volunteers in control, trailing by 5. Hyatt, number 22, is reported on.
You see the action down inside. They're doubling up on Ellis. Really double teaming him. It's almost impossible to get the ball to the All-American.
Gerald Hyatt, number 22, with the ball right now. Brooks back to Hyatt, who will take the shot from the corner. Rebound back tap by Schlunt, but picked off by Brooks, and Tennessee remains on offense. Hyatt played the first 4 games of the season, was ruled academically ineligible. Tennessee is starting a new quarter now, academically, and so he is eligible to play basketball. Hyatt, the feed. Burton trying to go backdoor, does it nicely, and he's fouled. Score the field goal.
When you give up that baseline, you get in trouble, and Burton took advantage of it.
Here it is again.
Just a big, quick step right there. Gets around Murata, stretches and reaches right there. Great jumping ability, lays out, gets it up off the glass, and another 3-point opportunity coming up for Tennessee.
2 personal fouls on Murata, 5 on the team, and Burton at the free throw line. Willie Burton puts in on the 3-point play. Ten minutes, 37 seconds left to be played. Second half of this Mid-East Regional, round 1. Mandy Johnson. Rivers on the drive. Offensive is the call. Position was established by the defender, in this case Dale Ellis, and we'll get another look at it. That's 3 fouls on Rivers.
And you see Rivers coming around. When he makes up his mind to go to the basket, he's going. Dale Ellis, who's an offensive player, can also play defense. You see him right there taking the charge.
So we're set to resume now. Glenn Rivers, 3 personal fouls. It is 5 on the team for Marquette. This is Brooks. Brooks combining in that backcourt with Kevin Woods now. Hyatt on the wing. Woods playing a high wing. Tennessee Volunteers working the basketball. Don DeVoe on the far sideline, shouting instructions. Ellis with the turn.
Great job. You see him when he goes up for the jump, just hangs there, nothing rushed, nothing forced. Good wrist action on the shot.
Well, you mentioned it in the first half. He is so smooth. It's just amazing. Murata shaking loose on the drive. It'll belong to Tennessee. Last touch by Marquette. 9 minutes, 43 seconds left to be played in the game as Hank Raymond talks things over with the Marquette Warriors. Time out of the court. Marquette 43, Tennessee 43. Mid-East Regional, Robert Stadium in Evansville, Indiana. 9 minutes, 43 seconds left to be played in this one. There's the look of the Marquette huddle around Coach Hank Raymond. What a job he has done in the 6 years since taking over for the legend Al McGuire. Not an easy man to follow.
Certainly not. And as I said before, he's won 126 games, lost 49. That's over 70% in those 6 years at Marquette. Both clubs here, every once in a while you have the feeling that one's going to get away. They bust out the 3 to 5 point leads. You think something's going to happen, but they keep battling back and tying each other up.
Marquette shooting exceptionally well from the field. 67%, 58% for the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee will retain possession along the sidelines. Kevin Woods will inbound. This is Brooks, Michael Brooks. Woods on the wing. Tennessee showing very little movement now down low. We'll switch up inside.
Here again, they're going to drop off Woods. He's known more for his defensive ability, and that's what's let him play a lot this year. Is he does have good defensive ability, but has not hit the shot outside.
Ellis continues to swing at the baseline. The feed inside, intended for Burton, knocked away, and a foul called by John DeBro of the Big 8 Conference.
I think it'll be on Schlunt.
Schlunt picks up the personal foul. That's number 3 on Schlunt, 6 on the team. Well, hang on. It must be 7. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity. The scoreboard had 6, and our record showed 6, but it is 7 team fouls according to the official score, and that's all that counts. So a 1-and-1 opportunity for Willie Burton at the line. Burton shoots well facing the basket for the most part. He's a good passer and really has been a key in getting the ball inside to Ellis for the most part this season. Burton at the free throw line, shooting at 70.4%, making good on his first. Burton a chance to give Tennessee a 2-point lead. 9:15 left to be played, and the Volunteers have the 2-point advantage. They'll press in the backcourt a little bit. Now Mandy Johnson under no pressure moves it across for Marquette. Marquette Warriors trying to achieve a tie. Murata breaking loose in the lane. A rebound by Woods, and we've got a foul right away. Woods getting up high out of the crowd for that rebound. Foul against Marquette. Murata hit with a personal foul.
Murata had a tough time now getting down some shots in the second half in there. Good cut. Tough shot, under pressure, leaning in. Frustrated, as you mentioned a while ago, probably not getting the shot down. Comes over Woods' back, picks up the foul, and we've got a timeout.
3 personal fouls on Murata. We've got a timeout on the court with the score Tennessee.